Hey, everyone, welcome back. Dave, your go-to guy for politics. I thought since this is Halloween, we would have a special event. We would have the final presidential debate with only 8 days to go. So I've asked everyone to please wear the same thing because I don't want this to be swayed in any way by fashion. So first, let me introduce my impartial moderator. Thanks, Dave. I'm the impartial moderator, so let's just get started. To begin with, I'd like to ask you to hold all applause until the end of the debate. So my first question is for Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, what would you do if you were elected president? That is a totally stupid question. Stupid, totally stupid. It's the kind of thing we hear from the left-wing media that is rigging this election. Well, thank you, Mr. Trump. And Mrs. Clinton, with regard to the economy, tell me, what would you do if elected president to correct the things that have gone wrong with the economy? Well, great question. Let me start by saying that my opponent is dumber than a box of rocks and should not be president. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Clinton. Mr. Trump? I am smarter, totally smarter than a box of rocks. Believe me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Trump. And Mrs. Clinton, tell me how would you address the things that need to be changed in the on Obamacare? Thanks for asking that question. That's a great question. And I just want to say that my opponent is unfit to be president of the United States. It would be crazy. He doesn't have the temperament. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Clinton. And Mr. Trump, with regard to that question, what would be your response? I am totally competent to be president. Totally and completely competent. Her election would be a disaster, a total disaster. And this election is rigged. It's rigged by the media. It's rigged by you, Mr. Moderator. Well, thank you very much. And final question for Hillary. What would you do on your first day in the White House, in the Oval Office? Thank you. Great question. The first thing I would do on day one in the office is I would issue a total pardon to Bill and I for all the crimes we committed in the past and any that we may be accused of in the future. Well, thank you for that. And Mr. Trump, what would you do on your first day in office? That's an insulting question. Totally and completely insulting. Believe me, this election is rigged by you and the Democrats unless I win. Believe me. Okay, well, that wraps up our debate for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And now let's get Dave back in here. Come on in, Dave. Well, it looks like this is a horse race for sure. And so now, thanks for watching the debate. Whoa, 8 days to go. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. This was so dumb. All right, see you next time.